Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
Tonight, stifling heat supercharging a field of fire in Northern California as crews race to contain the flames. State of emergency at the Thompson fire, now more than 3,500 acres. Crews finally able to get a foothold after a day of favorable winds, only to face more extreme heat.
So those winds have stopped, which is huge, but those temperatures are actually increasing. We're in the 110, even higher. So that takes a huge toll on firefighters working when it's this hot.
The flames tearing through several structures in 100-plus degree temperatures. Lynette Bailey threw everything in her car, getting her 90-year-old dad to safety at a nearby shelter.
It was panic because my dad didn't want to leave, and I told him, you got to get in the car right now.
But because there's no room left for her dog, she spent the last 2 days outside in the heat.
It's really sad. You don't want to be living out here in the...
Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. Thank you for being here. It is good to be here. This is your humble servant, Big Levi, and today is Noga, July 5th, 2024, and it's currently 7:31 a.m. Eastern Time, pre-recorded. Once again, welcome. Thank you for being here. And another great thank you for all of you folks that had purchased the book, and most importantly, the one that leave the rating or the review on Amazon. Please do so. You can upload a video review or simply write a few letters, a few notes. Thank you so much. And the book is doing well. We are doing okay. We are doing all right. And if you have not upload or make your review, like I said, after you finish reading the book, you can go ahead and make the review. Okay. All right. So Sister Destiny, she already made her review. She is in there. All right. All the others, do the best that you can do after you reading the book. And if you have not purchasing the book yet, we highly recommend that you get it on Amazon, or you can get it from me directly. So it's always a #1 release in Hermeticism and Rosicrucianism, so to speak, religion book stuff. And it's #1 in the release, and it's good. So if you have not, you can click on the link, which is in the description below in this video. You can get your copies. All right, let's keep on moving. Now, beloved, we are seeing there is a pattern of course, 83 that are out there complaining, crying, and singing and talking about how things are hard, how they are not enjoying stuff anymore, and how stuff are not going according to plan. Things change, and they did not change for the better. Things change for the worse. Of course, this video that we're watching here was published July 4th, which was yesterday, and that was 9 hours ago, and it was published on 12 a.m. or whatever. So 11 or 10 p.m. last night was published. So again, there is an insane amount of 83 out there, or currently they are either unhappy, angry, depressed, and great sorrow, and they are given into great shame and great reproach, or greater reproach. When we look at the situation of the world, like I said before, it's not just here, it's worldwide, and the situation is deteriorated. It's not good at all. Again, beloved, this is not a new thing. A lot of people might say, okay, well, Big Levi, this is the first time the world is in this situation. No. This is the first time those folks step into a hell that they had created. This is the first time they experience the pain they've been inflicted upon us for hundreds of years. This is the first time tasting their own medicine we've been taking daily. And it is not good, beloved. This is not a great feeling right there. We've been in this situation. Slowly but surely, the judgment is here in the midst. Of course, those people did make our folk believe certain people out there, I'm not going to call them one of us, certain people out there still believe Jacob's trouble, nuclear warfare is going to happen to us, America going to be destroyed. Somehow, all those people going to be saved. They're going to go somewhere in the bunker, and after all that, they're going to come back and bring the New World Order with gold and silver and the chip. And then they're going to begin another 7 years of maltreating, destroying, abusing, and committing all those heinous crimes upon our people. Let's listen to this again.
Tonight, stifling heat supercharging a field of fire in Northern California as crews race to contain the flames. State of emergency at the Thompson fire, now more than 3,500 acres. Crews finally able to get a foothold after a day of favorable winds, only to face more extreme heat.
So those winds have stopped, which is huge, but those temperatures are actually increasing. We're in the 110, even higher. So that takes a huge toll on firefighters working when it's this hot.
The flames tearing through several structures in 100-plus degree temperatures. Lynette Bailey threw everything in her car, getting her 90-year-old dad to safety at a nearby shelter.
It was panic because my dad didn't want to leave, and I told him, you got to get in the car right now.
But because there's no room left for her dog, she spent the last 2 days outside in the heat.
It's really sad. You don't want to be living out here in the 108 degrees. I'm more worried about my dad.
Across the country,
Beloved, again, when things like that happen, people tend to look superficially at the information that given to them without looking at the actual numbers, the underneath and things like that. Okay, the dad was 9 years old. You know what to do. She spent 2 days outside and the temperature was 108. You know what to do. Do it now. Do it on the comment board. Do it in the chat room. So when the people are watching, so they can see the replay. This is no joke. The father was 90 years old, and listen to how much the temperature was out there.
You don't want to be living out here in the 108 degrees.
108 degrees is no joke. It's no joke. But our people were subject to such atrocity. And you people standing there, you laugh, you clown our people, you make fun of us, you call us names, you call us lazy, you call us all sort of name because we did not want to stand this 104 degrees or whatever, 108 degrees, or this form of punishment or torture, because you folks love torturing our people. We could not and we did not want to get involved with that. But what did you people do? You come up with more laws to destroy us. You come up with more policies or with more rules to destroy our people. And then now this thing is happening to you, and there's nothing you can do because the curse has been switching. If you watch our old videos starting in 2020, and you will see all the breakdown that we gave concerning scriptures. I do not use scriptures anymore because I matured. The Most High gave unto me, it says the scriptures are not meant for us to use as sword to fight each other or to even fight those people. It is meant to give unto our people as wisdom and knowledge. Those folks has none. That's why I don't go back and try to prove this to those people, because they know what they did and they know exactly why this thing is going on. Personally, I do not entertain such trivial idea anymore. If somebody is sincere, you are going to come here, you're going to ask a question sincerely. You are not going to make a suggestion or an opinion. You will ask a question in order for you to learn something. You are not going to come here and try to teach us or making any observation that we are wrong or we're going off or any of that. We made it clear in our book. We made it clear you're not going to come over here and try to make a point at all or make a comment that seems to be, oh, well, the Catholic Church or my church or this. We made it very clear in our book. You're not going to come and do this here. So you people are well aware of what's going on. You're well aware of what you did. So we will not entertain you here. This is not what that is. Our mission is to put the nation at peace, to put them there, to tell them there'll be no Jacob's trouble. As you can see, there's a switch, there is a change in the online community and offline community concerning Jacob's trouble. A lot of our people are seeing those videos and they are seeing the truth. You see, you cannot sit there and try to deny and bring your garbage that you used to bring. She's an actor. She's an actor. She's a paid actor. They pay her. And then our people will say, yeah, Big Levi, she's an actor. If you look at her face, you can see her clothes over there doesn't match that clothes over here. And then she's wearing a wig. There are people, extras working in the background. And then the fire is staged. Everything is a false flag and stuff. Nope. That's you're not gonna come over here and try to debate us and saying this is fake, it's not real, those people are tall, or I live in California, there's no wildfire going on over there, and the one that are going on over there, they are in the hood. You're not going to try this here because we are wide awake. And again, I personally, I do not entertain such idea, or you coming over there and trying to plead your case. There is no case for you to plead here. There's nothing for you to defend here. Your history, it's what it is, and we're going to put it in your face. We're going to tell you exactly what you did and how you get there and why are you there and all those stuff that are happening unto you. And you're not going to have any chance to rebuttal, any chance to say anything. You're just going to sit there, be quiet, and take it like we did. We're not going to hear anything from you trying to say, well, the people over there too did the same thing. You're not going to come over here and say any of that. And I would suggest you don't go anywhere, whether you're going to a brother that look like us or even people that look like you. You're not going to do this. You're going to be very quiet. And you're going to take it just like you folks are taking it right now. Just like your pastors, your reverend, your pope, your priest. They are all watching and they are quiet because they know that's what that is. You do not come in any of our channel and argue with the men of the Lord. You don't do that. And this nonsense stop here. You're not going to come over here and tell us this is an act or it's not real. And so our people will repeat after you. You're going to shut down your channel. You're going to delete all your account. And you be very quiet like a church mouse.
I'm more worried about my dad.
Across the country this 4th of July, more than 148 million Americans under heat alerts.
It has been sweltering.
From the northwest to the southeast, Raleigh to Houston, Phoenix to Portland, several cities poised to set new daytime highs. In Nevada, Las Vegas is edging closer to shattering its all-time record, 118 degrees.
I'm not going to sit out here in the heat. It's not my deal.
Back in Northern California, many 4th of July celebrations canceled, facing fire danger so high, any spark could spell disaster. In the burn.
Now, why is that? Why is it every single year it seems those folks' holidays are getting worse? Why is it every single year it seems their holidays are being canceled, delayed, postponed, and all this stuff? Well, because the blessing is no more. It's not in the midst of you. I do believe back in 2017 and 2015, the beloved sister Lisa Cabrera, great peace be upon her, And we love the product, the air product that she been putting out there. The magic elixir of the air. It's quite well. It's quite good. I highly recommend all people to check it out and purchase some of it. But whether you want it or not, it is always good to support our people when they are doing something like that positive. And the sister prophesies that this heat wave, those people are like, oh, this is once in a while, once in a 400 years, once in a 1,000 years, once in a 200 years, once in a 1 million years. This happened on Earth. And she did say, nah, you're going to see this thing every single year. Because you people are heading towards your judgment in your end. And every year it happened and it got worse. And people, you're not gonna come over here. We say this before. I said these things years ago. You are not going to come here and try to make a comment and say, oh, well, Big Levi, you have to understand, all those people here, they are stage actors, they are acting. This is a false flag. This is a false flag. So the Democrat to take your gun. You're not gonna come over here and say this garbage. Like I said, if any of you 83 wants to ask a question, we have plenty of people that come and ask questions and talk to us and send us email and want to learn and buy our books and stuff. That's good. But again, you are not going to come here, specifically here, with the men of the Lord, the anointed one of the mighty one, and try to convince them what they are watching here is fake. It's AI generated. We know what's AI generated because we've been studying them. We use them. You're not gonna say this is CGI, computer generated, because we use computer to generate those things. We know what's real and what's fake. You are not going to try to come over here and try to impose your will and swagger jack the narrative. This is real. The curse is upon you. The blessing is gone.
Thousands of brave men and women baking in the weight of their own gear.
It just makes things tougher.
Surrounded by fields of dry tinder, rushing to knock one fire down before the next one sparks.
And Steve is joining us now. So, Steve, give us some good news. Are things starting to look any better where you are tonight?
Yeah, Hallie, the winds have finally laid down, allowing firefighters to get somewhat of a foothold now. 7% containment on this fire, but it is another day.
7%. Then again, when we watch those stuff, beloved, it is always some fellow that is somewhat look like us they sent in this area. When they say, oh, things will get better, that means everything is already burned down. So why should the fire, fire consumes, right? If there is nothing for the fire to consume, well, it's gonna be put out and the wind going to stop. So now those firefighters gonna come there and act like heroes and come over there. Oh, we firefighters, we put that out. Oh, well, those firefighters, they are heroes. Look at what they did. There was a fire over there. Although the whole neighborhood burned down, but there was a fire in that bush over there. They put it out. So, they are heroes. We should go out there and clap for them and say all those stuff. Well, yeah, but it's already consumed the whole place. Look at how scorched the whole place is done. This is a lost deal. This is a done deal. But nonetheless, those people are gonna come out there and call themselves yo. How long we are into these things? Last time we had a beat here. Well, no. Those are not beats. Well, this is dismay. Oh. Should have been playing. Yeah. We are not moved. We are not dismayed. So this is good. So let's take the next video. Got quite a few here. Again, beloved, if you have not get our book, you can go ahead and get the book. This is the first edition. Highly recommend you get a physical copy. Let's keep on moving. The link is in the description.
With that dangerous heat, wildfires continue to rage in Northern California. Nearly 30,000 people in the city of Orville forced to evacuate. The Thompson fire destroying homes and structures in its path. Several firefighters injured while battling the flames. ABC's Mola Lengi is in California.
Tonight, the quick-moving Thompson fire near Orville.
Oh, look at this. Again, I'm always seeing things. This look like some form of dragon. You know, it's like look some Godzilla-like being. Look at the neck over there, and the underbite, the overbite, the nose, the front head, and this is some kind of like back head horn. And this head is like the wings over here. It's look like some flying dragon burning down this place. Beautiful. Beautiful. It is, huh? It is beautiful. I don't know if you folks can see that. Again, like I said, every time I watch and see those things, I always have to ask the nation if they can see it. Because sometimes that's what it looked to me. It looks like some kind of huge dragon landing there. And this is his wings over there, and his back of his neck, like the spike over there, scale spike. This is his eyes right there, his mouth. You know, beautiful.
Orville raging in Northern California. More than 3,500 acres scorched so far with 0% containment.
We just bought our house in Kelly Ridge, so fingers are crossed that everything will be there when this is over. So
cars, homes, and
okay, so again, beloved, when you look at those things, you're going to ask, what is going to happen to those people that used to live here? Is the insurance going to take care of that? Are those people going to be all right? Are they going to find a place to stay? We are not going to entertain any idea of people coming over there and say, well, Big Levi, hey, the FEMA is coming over there to try to bring Jacob's trouble. They're going to take us and put us in camps and stuff like that. Look, this garbage that you learn from the Gentiles because of the think tanks they have out there watching and paying certain people that look like us to spread fear and things like that. But we're here to tell you that FEMA is busy. FEMA is incredibly busy. They still not have addressed that thing that happened over there in Hawaii. They still haven't addressed Lahaina fiasco. They still not haven't addressed the thing that happened in East Palestine. They still not haven't resolved this issue that they have with all those tornadoes. The tornadoes are still happening, beloved, okay? I just don't talk about them. For instance, the cars, let me double check this. Excuse me. Let's check. Oh, what happened here? Oh, somebody went live? Oh, my other phone. Tornadoes. Okay, let me see. Tornadoes and should I put tornado news? Oh boy. Tornado news. There you go. 6 days ago. Okay, that's why 6 days ago. This one is more recent, 8 hours ago. Okay, let's watch this one. That was 8 hours ago.
We'll take a look at the storm damage over here. You can see a power pole has come down and it smashed into that van right there. As we walk this way, you see more trees down. This car got lucky, it didn't get hit, but over here, that yellow house hit by a tree, and then this little brick house next to it also hit by tree limbs and branches.
It's crazy. You never thought that it would happen here in Louisville. I mean, in the...
Let me enlarge this for the people so you can see, because we've been doing this for years and we keep telling people we are not making this up. This is not something we just make up and pay people, or we just search this beforehand. That's why I do not watch most of the videos beforehand. They just sent me to me. Thank you, brother Scott James, for your relentless effort of sending those videos, and all the other brothers and sisters that have been sending me videos for years now. They've been sending me information for years. Some of them I touch on, some of them they are too much. I can't touch on them. But beloved, please keep on sending them. I've seen all of them, most of them, but I don't have the proper time to expose all of them. Okay, we're not making this up. The fellow name is Michael Anderson, Michael Anderson, Michelle Anderson. Survived tornado. Okay, this is in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm assuming, right? Louisville, Kentucky. Let's listen to him again.
So hit by tree limbs and branches.
It's crazy. You never thought that it would happen here in Louisville. I mean, in the West End. You would never expect the wind to be blowing that high, that loud, okay?
To me, it was kind of shocking. I mean, I just saw a text to come through and said there was a tornado, you know, in the...
And again, for the people that always think we are making this up, her name is Maria Mitchell, okay? Maria, Mary, another word, another name for the Holy Spirit. Of course, we do know what they are calling the Holy Trinities, or not three dudes, for instance. Let's go ahead and do this. The Holy Trinity. Okay, the Holy Trinity is a central Christian doctrine that states that God exists as three divine persons: the Father, the Son, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. Okay, they don't tell you who the Holy Spirit is. You cannot have three, for instance. Okay, the Father, the Son, so to speak, and the Holy Spirit as a bird, or dove, or some kind of pigeon. But they never told you there's the Father, the Mother, and the child. The child can either be a male or female. That's the 3 points that consists of family. When the Grecian, okay, the Grecians.
Exeter City will...
There we go. Ah, boy. So you have to put the ancient Grecian in there. There you go. There we go. So, okay, that's which one would be better represent the Grecians. Okay, so this thing cannot be enlarged. You know what? Okay, this is good. When the Grecian, because this is how they always been, brethren. They never really wear any clothes. The Grecian, what they are calling the ancient Greeks, all right, they were the reason why you see them having very small genitalia, because they are attracted to babies, okay, newborn babies and toddlers, and that's little boys. So that's why the Grecian knew for a fact the Holy Spirit has female characteristics. What they did, they eliminate the women. Okay, they make the senators all men. When you look at the temple, most, if not only the high priests in the temples were usually men. Most of the stuff that were going outside and inside the temple, they were all women. They were the pillars of that hold the temple, the Holy Spirit. And it's just a few things the men were doing in there, but most of the stuff they were doing by the women. They were the priestess, but they removed all that. They replaced them by priests. That's why they removed the Holy Family, the Father, the Mother, and the child. They put three dudes in there. They never really telling you that the Holy Spirit, the Holy Trinity, okay, is the female, the Father, the Son, Jesus Christ, and good Lord, yes, the Father, the Son, and Jesus Christ with in the bird and things like that. They just they put it in a way that it's all it's all dudes that live over there. That's a Grecian thing. Okay, that's a Greek thing. That's what the Greeks were doing. They were the first that prohibited the whole feminine, the whole female, the whole motherly love. They removed that. They replaced everything with men. Okay, the Grecian were the first one. Let's see. The woman copy the Grecians. Okay, angelic being Roman. There you go. Angelic wasn't. Roman depiction of angels. Oh, no, that's not that. I should have said Greek. There you go. Let's put Greek. Greek, ancient Greek. And again, like I said before, every time you see those ancient Greek statues, you see they have very immature or non-mature genitalia, because it's a fetish they have, and they have this Grecian body with the abs. That's why they always depicted women with abs and harmless, with no harm. Greek women statue. The reason why you keep seeing those women with no harm, or they call them Venus, because it's a form of power. She can fight. Okay, they remove her harm. She can fight when they want to come upon her, and then she got abs like a man, which is extremely dangerous for any woman to have abs, because your belly is a laboratory by itself. It's a place where life takes form. If you keep having abs, it will develop and other things that will make you sick. That's why those guys, they always remove the hands of the women. It's a symbol of taking the power away. All right, let's go back to this thing. Greek depiction of angel. There we go. Now, why is it the Greeks, every time you see those angelic beings, they always little boys, little babies? Why is that? And little babies, little boys with their little, genitalia around and stuff. Back then, before that, when you go to, let's say, Babylonian depiction of angel. Angel. All right. Okay. When you go to the Babylonian and then you see the depiction of angel, okay, you'll see things like that. Those angels are men with full beard, with like spears, battling all the beasts, the manticore and things like that. This angel, 1, 2, 3 wings, scary stuff. Look at this dude over there, with 3 heads and things like that. The Babylonian, the Mesopotamian, the Babylonian depiction of, famous, this one. And you can see this woman right there with full breasts, and then wings and feet and things like that. This is scary. Not the Byzantine. Anything that before the Greek, they always show you they had great respect for the Holy Spirit, because they know that's what was bringing us the knowledge. Even Balaam, the scumbag, was the one who tell them, hey, the Holy Spirit, she's in the midst of them. Don't mess with them. They know what they are doing, all that stuff. Okay, those they used to depict them as men. But when the Grecian came in, Greeks' depiction of angels, and then they replace everything with little babies, little boys. Okay, little boys or young boy, twink. Okay, this is what the Greeks were doing. Little naked boys, little toddlers, with their little, genitals out there and stuff, because that's what they are into. Okay, they call them Cupid. Is that what that is? Greek angel Cupid. Cupid was one of the god. Boy, I need to I need to go ahead and have a Greek lesson and a revision. Okay, Cupid, because that's what they are into. Don't let them fool you with that clothes and stuff. Most of the actual Greek things, they didn't have none of that. They didn't have no clothes, nothing. Everything was exposed, and you will have these men look like thing Cupid, it's just, this is what those guys, that's what they are into. Okay, that's what those dudes, they are not really into cowboyism, so to speak. They are into things like that. Okay, they are into little boys. They change everything, just like they change the woman, of course, copy the Greeks. Okay, woman Catholic marry Jesus, baby Jesus. Okay, that's why you see the woman or the Greeks, all right, they take Jesus, the growing men, okay, the growing men with full body growing, they turn it into a little baby. Back then, he didn't have any clothes. Everything was exposed like this one. Okay, they will take Mary, they will expose the baby, they will expose the genitals, they will expose everything. That's how they get their kick. That's how they perverted pretty much everything. Okay? That's how those people changed and perverted every single thing. The Grecians were master of this. And they are, and they still are the people that literally brought the disdain, the great indignation upon women. Cover your head. Cover this. Your shame on you showing your body here, because the women body is repulsive unto them. They don't want to see anything from the women. Women wearing burqa. See, this is a Grecian tradition. This is not Arabic. This is the Arabs. They never did anything like that up until the Grecian coming, and then they put shame. They twisted their Quran. Well, it's not even in the Quran. They twisted all their laws, and then they make the woman body repulsive, because it is repulsive unto them. They can't stand looking at women. And a lot of men in our, for lack of a better term, let's say it like this. A lot of men in our community, so to speak, and the Hebrew Israelites things, they adopt this culture of the women covering everything because she's disgusting. She's always there, want to have sex. Okay, she's always there, like, enticing me and making me do this and do all this stuff. Okay, that's why women have to cover themselves, because women unto those dudes are repulsive. The body is repulsive. Okay, they cannot see this. Okay, if you're familiar with the Arabic culture, they don't like women at all. They prefer little boys. Okay, there is a documentary that came out a few years ago. What is called again? The Afghan boys documentary. What's that? What is it? The Dancing Boys. Yes, the Dancing Boys of Afghanistan. Right? Is that what that was? Let's see if that's what that was. It came out it came before 2010. What was it in 2010? I thought that was like in early 2000. Let me see. The Dancing Boys of Afghanistan is a 2010 documentary film by Clover Film. Practice of Bachabaz in Afghanistan, 52 minutes. Playing with boys and Persian pastors, a form of sexual slavery, yes, and child prostitution. That's a Grecian thing. Okay, let's read it again. Bachabazi, also known as Baka, from the Persian Baki, literally playing with boys, and Persia Bashto, is a form of sexual slavery and child prostitution, in which prepubescent, if this boy had puberty, they don't need it. If this girl have puberty, they don't need it. The Grecians were not into puberty. You cannot come over there. That's why they despise the woman menstruation. They hate it. And they hated the men that can emit essence. They hate that. They don't want nothing to do with it. They need prepubescent. Okay? You haven't reached the stage yet. That's why back then, excuse me, beloved, I'm getting off topic here. Back then, when you watch the 1970s, the 1980s, certain filth movies, the women had the proper forest in there. She had the full bush, both in her Venice Mount and under her armpit. A lot of people find that disgusting. I'll tell you why you find it disgusting. You see, A woman in a man natural body is supposed to have hair and forest in this specific place because it play a specific role. It's an antenna. It's amplify the sensation. When both forests are rubbing together, they are antennas, they are ley lines that connected, they brought certain pleasure. See, when you are a prepubescent girl or a prepubescent boy, you do not possess that, especially if you're a toddler or a baby. You are bare. You are smooth. And that's why those guys have this fetish. When and then in the in early 90s, those guys started to make this thing normal. Back then, to find a filth that depicted the women bare, it was a fetish. It was in a specific category, just like they have, oh good Lord, fisting, well, something that I will describe what they make as in form of a fecal matter stew. Okay, they will take the fecal matter, they will make a stew out of it, they will eat it. I'm not gonna say the word because people will be curious, they will look at it and then you will be scarred. Those things were specific category, just like you have everything right now is stepsister, stepfather, stepdaughter, stepson, stepmother, step this, step that, step, everything is step. Then now you got mother and daughter, mother and father and daughter, father and this, and because that's what they are into. Okay, so now excuse me. Oh boy. All right, let me catch my breath. You drink a little water. Where's my water? I can't find my water right here. Give me a second. All right, I'll drink the water later. Now, again, back then, for you to find a woman that was bare, you have to go look for it. It wasn't available. Right now, they make all the women destroy their forests. So one, because they have this fantasy. They can't come out there and say, hey, we need those prepubescent girls, preferably toddlers and babies, because their own laws somewhat will go against that. You know, there'll be issue, but they have those grown women acting like children, and they will have them shave, and they will have our people out there, especially other people that will shame women, like say, oh my God, this is so disgusting. You have this thing. You should be like me. You should just remove everything and then remove the holy forest, beautiful forest that you have, destroy this garden because so, you know, it looks better like this. The same thing go for men. They will sell and stuff like that because it's a fetish that remind them of a prepubescent boy or prepubescent this. So the whole thing about the dancing boy in Afghanistan, and you can see this word here, Baka, okay? Baka, all right? Baka Bazi, also known as Baka. See, this is not the original Persian culture. Baka, let's go to the word Baka, Japanese, which means stupid. What does Baka mean in Japanese?
Baka is Filipino for cow.
Okay, all right, well, this is Filipino. What does Baka means in Japanese?
According to Kodo Academy, the Japanese word baka basically means fool or idiot. Depending on the nuance, context, and tone of the speaker, it can range from a playful, you dummy, to an offensive insult heaped upon a man and his household.
Okay, excuse me. Baka, fool, idiot, dummy, or drunk. The word baka from Persia is not Persian word. It's actually Grecian. Let's see. Baka Bazi, you know, the practice. Oh, don't show me anything. Okay. All right. Well, Baka actually come from this word, Bacchus, the Greek god.
According to Rijksmuseum, Dionysus, Bacchus. Originally Dionysus was the Greek god of fertility. Later, he came to be known chiefly as the god of wine and pleasure. The Romans called him Bacchus.
Bacchus, the woman, of course, you know, the Roman Empire is actually the Greek Empire. It just transcended, so I get Jack the Greek. So Dionysus, the Greek, woman Bacchus, okay? The word Bacchus literally means drunk, stupid, fool, okay, drunk, okay? Baka or Baka Briza, whatever that Persian word was, that's not what that is. It came from Dionysus, and Dionysus, okay, Dionysus was into little boys. There you go. All right, this is what those. This is the guy Dionysus. This was this original depiction. A little baby toddler, okay, with exposed, all right, drinking wine. That's what the Grecians were into. Okay, they always like into the abs and things like that. And everything has to do with some dude exposing. This is not, spoiler alert, this is not appealing to a lot of women. Don't get me wrong, there are women that are into these things. But most women, they are not into this dude. This is a soldier body that is appealing to other dude. That's why when a man see a man like this, they want to be like this man so they can beat other dudes or be strong and walking around, be macho. Okay? And that's what those dudes are into. But anyway, let's go back to the whole, where's that kid, that little toddler that they have there represented Bacchus. Dionysus, okay? Dionysus, aka Bacchus, bacchanal, okay? The woman used to have what they are called a bacchanal. See, you don't want to go, a bacchanal is another word, an orgy, and there were never any women invited in orgy. It was unlawful to have an orgy and then there was a woman there. You could die by having a orgy and then you invited a woman. If you are in Grecian, the Grecian senators, or if you are having a bacchanal and there were women there. It's usually men and little boys. That's all. Babies. 1972 Caligula pool scene. Oh boy, please don't. Oh boy. All right. Okay, this is the pool scene in Caligula. The woman emperor. Okay, Caligula, 1979. 1979 Caligula. Oh boy, please don't show me anything. Okay, that you can't see this. Right, this is the woman. The woman, they copy the Greek. This movie, I'm not recommended you to watch Caligula 1979. You don't want to watch Caligula, man. You know, for certain purposes, you can watch it. You'll be shocked. Where the emperor and his horse, and things like that. But Caligula, the orgies was originally cowboys only and little boys and little baby. If they find a woman over there, you brought a sacrifice. There were never any women in their orgies or bacchanal. All right? So the word Bacchus and all those things and stuff, it's the Grecian, and they still have it today, and they have a lot of our men hated the women. That's why we see so much men online. They got so much hatred for women, and so much women, they got hatred for men. It's a Grecian tactics. Oh, we men are walking away from the women. Men are winning now, man. We are winning. Well, you're winning because you lost the blessing. Now you try to make our men being and behaving like you Grecian out there. This is a Grecian tactics. What they did, first of all, when the Grecian come upon us, they separated us from our women. They will take our women and go ahead and do stuff unto them. Mostly they will kill them because those guys are not into women. They will do stuff unto the men in front of the women to destroy them, okay? So there weren't no women. If you see a woman in one of those orgy or the bacchanal, it's a dude that just like a woman. You can watch the Caligula for stuff like that. But anyway, beloved, too much rambling. It's just so much. Just want to show you that the Grecian, what you're calling the Greeks, they were the one that were literally eliminate the Holy Spirit. They eliminate the name. The swagger jack have all the name Maria or Mary, mother of Jesus, or what the Catholic of calling mother of God. They are the one that destroy the female characteristics. Now those people, they don't do it blatantly like that. Now they are coming online influencing, especially our men, telling them to walk away from our women first and then walking away from women. Don't date, don't do anything with women. If you need to do anything, go online, watch it and spill that seed. You ever wonder why so many men do that? They go online and watch stuff because by nature we men supposed to have this with women. A woman and a man supposed to do that all the time. That's all we can think about. That's all we're supposed to do. Be fruitful and multiply. However, the Catholic Church made it their duty to shame and shun our people and not getting involved with this. They shame and shun the priest and tell the priest, if you ever lie with a woman, you're going straight to hell. And then they told the nun, if you ever lie with a man, we don't give a crap about you. You go do whatever you do, but don't come over there and lie with the men. The Catholic Church, the Roman Catholic Church, copied the Greeks, because the Greeks, so-called the Grecians, they taught men, their men, to never ever lie with a woman except for reproduction. If you want to do that for pleasure, you take another dude, you do undo him. They were the one that did this. They keep carrying this thing. That's why you see all those online onslaught onto fatherhood. That's why a lot of men are calling fathers and dads losers. You know, you guys got kids, boo, those women gonna eat your money and stuff. This is a Grecian tactic, because the Grecians, what's matter for them is another dude's butt, wine, and gold. Wine, another word, pleasure. That's why these men today, they focus only on their financial status. I'm a high value man. If you one of your women you want there, you're gonna have to come and bow down unto me, and I'll give you money. Then I can have you if I want to. I own you. And a lot of our brothers are adapting this mindset, which is a Grecian tactics implemented by white supremacists, so-called the tick-ticks, and a lot of our dudes are following this garbage. And it's called conditioning. It's come from the celebrities. It come from those celebrities. Lil Nas X go out there, make a song about cowboyism and all that stuff. So, but anyway, the Grecian was the one who destroy the Holy Trinity, so to speak. They make everybody dudes. The word Mary is another word for the Holy Spirit. Marie, Michel. Marie, Michael, Michel. Michael is in the midst. Forgive me for all of that. I had to bring that out there. Let's keep on moving.
Parkland neighborhood, and it's kind of shocking, you know, but hopefully everybody's okay.
The woman who lives in this house tells me her power has still not been restored, and it's easy to see why. If you follow the power line back to where we showed you before, this pole is down, crashed into that van right there, so that's why there's still no power in this house. Now, the homeowner tells me she has contacted LG&E. They expect to have the electricity back on tonight, but as of 8 o'clock, that still has not happened. And we're in the Parkland neighborhood tonight. I'm Randall Cam, WLKY News.
All right, so this is the tornado still happened. That was 9 hours ago. We just don't talk about it, but they still happen. Let me get rid of this right quick. Close that. Let's get rid of this. We'll get them whenever we can. Again, this is the book. You may want to get the book if you wish to get it. All right. Now, there's one more thing I want to touch on. Excuse me. Things we don't touch on, that doesn't mean they don't happen. Okay. Bright line accident. Let's filter it. Upload it. Relevant. Boy. There was one I forgot to put. You know what? Let's not put accident. Let's put accident right there. Let's filter that. Filter the relevant. 2 days ago? Oh no, that's a bright line accident on Monday, June the 21st, 7 p.m. I think that's a reenactment. All right. Okay, 2 weeks ago. Okay, watch this.
James, thank you. A deadly train crash in Lake Worth Beach. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office says a Bright Line train hit and killed a person just this afternoon right near the 1600 block of Lake Worth Road. Officials say the pedestrian in this case was pronounced dead right there at the scene. This is an active investigation. No details about the person's identity or how this happened have been released at this time.
All right. So it's still happening. We just don't talk about it. All right. Okay, let's keep on moving with the fire, beloved. Forgive me for going too far into this. All right, those are things we talk about in private lessons. We really don't want to bring those things around like this, but sometime I get carried away. We do that, but nonetheless, let's keep on moving.
Structures reduced to rubble. The inferno forcing nearly 30,000 residents from their homes, as more than 1,400 personnel worked around the clock to extinguish the flames. That massive blaze fueled by dry, windy conditions coupled with a crippling heat wave. At least 8 firefighters injured. It comes as dangerously high temperatures tighten their grip on the West. That heat taking the life of a 10-year-old boy in Phoenix on Tuesday after he had to be airlifted off a hiking trail. Temperatures that day soaring to 110 degrees.
It is deadly. I've hiked in Canada and everywhere, but the heat in Phoenix hit me in a different kind of way than anywhere else.
Well, with that extreme heat now triggering some alerts, including here in the L.A. area, those dry, gusty winds now helping spread this brush fire in Simi Valley, about an hour from where we are here. Firefighters racing to put out those flames. Some homes there now under evacuation orders, and some structures are also being threatened with.
All right, Molalengi for us. Thank you.
All right, beloved. Again, there are so many other things related to the fire. I believe this truck, it's... You know what? Which one? CBS News or NBC? It's pretty much the same garbage. This is 219, 222. Let's take 222. Ooh.
Tonight, a massive wildfire in Northern California burning out of control amid triple-digit temperatures.
Okay, then again, beloved, what happened to those people? Did all of them got out? You know, this looked like some kind of warrior, you know, some person that kneel and then they raise their hand, like it's like they are praying, they are looking at the heaven right there. I don't know, it's like somebody lying on the floor on their belly and praying also, or it seems like somebody's putting work on somebody that lie down in there. The hell is going on? But anyway, let's keep
temperatures.
So what happened to those people that used to live in this home or this house over there? What happened? What's gonna happen to them? Are they going to quickly come back and, I don't know, become homeless or not homeless? What is it? What's gonna happen to those people? Are their insurance going to pay them? They never told you what happened. They just show you a few homes that are burned. And we know for a fact these fires, wildfires, whatever you want to call them, they are sentient. And then they are not just happening here in the US. It's worldwide. Okay, we'll see if we can get some of them from Europe.
The Thompson fire spreading across more than 3,500 acres with zero containment. As tens of thousands scramble to safety ahead of the July 4th holiday, forced to evacuate with the fire bearing down on residential neighborhoods outside the city of Oroville.
I'm a little bit worried that, you know, we might not have a place to go back to.
Several homes and structures destroyed as firefighters work round the clock to battle the fast-moving blaze. Flames burning on either side of the Oroville Dam spillway.
Is that a Chinook? Let me see. 1967 Chinook. Is that what that is? It looked like a... Is it 67 or 77? I believe it's a 77. Oh, boy, I'm getting really bad. Oh. Okay. Could it be 1997? 97 Chinook? Chinook? Is that what that is? I used to love the Chinook, man. Vietnam War Chinook. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. There you go. They kind of look similar, but anyway. So I love Chinook. I loved them when I was a kid.
Lake Oroville here to try to fight this fire. You can see multiple helicopters right now are coming to the lake, picking up water to attack this fire from the air.
The Inferno, one of several burning...
Again, this is the technology, okay, beloved, all right? It's a helicopter...
Across the west with...
Helicopter with a bucket attached on the back of it or under it. Go to a lake, pick up the water, go drop it. They do not possess technology. They can say, hey, control the weather, make it rain, and then they stop this wildfire. Or they have the power, magic or no, not magically, say, hey, fire, ye be stopped right now. They don't have this power.
Picking up water to attack this fire from the air.
The Inferno, one of several burning across the west with intense heat and heavy winds creating conditions ripe for fire. What's the biggest challenge right now?
I would say the biggest challenge is obviously the conditions, the high temperatures, those low humidities, and without a doubt the wind is going to be the biggest concern.
This is 120 million people are facing heat alerts as a dangerous heat wave scorches large swaths of the country. In Phoenix, where temperatures hit 113, the heat wave turning deadly. A 10-year-old boy died after being airlifted from a trail where authorities say he was hiking with family. So
this is the problem I'm having with a bunch of those people. Every single time there's a heat wave or the heat is unbearable, those people just like wake up. You know what I want to do today? I want to hike. Well, it's over 100 degrees out there. Well, which is make it better. Let's go hike. Take our 10-year-old boy with us. But of course, we know the reason why they say 10 years old, because the angels want to pass a message onto us. And we know who's in the mission, who's doing these things, okay? It seems we already watched this. How long we are into? Good grief, it's already 1 hour. Beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike, we would like to present unto you the long-awaiting book, our book, the AK Family Handbook, How to Do a Spiritual Background Check, Connect with Your Guardian Angel, and Develop Your Magical Abilities or Skills by yours, Big Levi. And you can buy it on Amazon, Kindle version or paperback. The hardcover going to be available in a few, probably a week from now. Okay, we're having certain technical difficulties. Everything should be good. Okay, all right, beloved. So if you wish, there is a link in the video, in the description, and all our videos. If you go to our most recent video, let's see, if you go to this one, Shalom, beloved brothers. If you go to this one that you're watching now, you can go down there and you can click, you can click this and you can click that, and you will get the book. You can order it there. So why is this happening, beloved? What seems to be the issue? Why is it that every single time when you turn on the news, 83 is catching hell, the things are not working the same way that they used to? A lot of people are no more. A lot of places are empty. A lot of the blessings are not working the same way. A lot of TikTok video, Instagram, YouTube video of people coming over there and making claims that, hey, things are not doing too well for us and things like that. Well, the fact of the matter remains, this is not a new situation. It is just those folks just stepping in this situation that they created. The world was always that effed up. It's just they were never in a position to experience our pain. Now, a hell of a lot of them are in this position, and it is very uncomfortable. So they do not want to deal with this. You see, when they had this blessing, they had this air of placidness in the midst of them. They were very calm. They can take care of things because they were under the blessing. Whether they know it or not, they always, oh well, whatever happened, you stay calm. You get another job. The blessing worked for them like they say, well, if you're homeless, buy a house. If you're jobless, get a job. If you can't go anywhere in your life, pull yourself by the bootstrap. This was when they were in the blessing. So now, when they get in here, so you cannot just come up to a homeless man and say, are you homeless? Yeah, well, then buy a house. Okay, well, there's a reason why I'm homeless. And this homeless man was trying to explain unto you, and you didn't want to listen to him. And now you're in the same situation. The reason, of course, why it happened is Genesis 15, verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Yea, indeed, 2019, the 400 years prophecy was fulfilled. Right after 2019, when we enter 2020, beloved, every single one of you that are either listening or watching, know what happened in 2020 was not done by the so-called the elite or 83. It was a divine intervention that cut off those people destroy their Jacob's Trouble plane because the priesthood of Mahan told them, well, you're gonna have a race war. You're going to win this race war. Now, those people are not in any shape or form to fight a race war out there. They don't have enough soldiers to fight a race war while they are trying to fight China, to fight Russia, South Korea, Cuba, Venezuela, and all those things. They are not in a good shape to do that. Their military is weak worldwide, all of them. Their men, the moment a group of men, your sperm is dying, and you're telling other men to be introvert, and I keep telling our people, especially our men, don't buy into the whole introvert garbage. Introvert doesn't mean you stay inside, you're afraid of outside, you don't date women, you gave up on life, and then you just use your computer to get whatever. That's not what an introvert is. An introvert is someone that do not like to hang out with scumbags. That's all that is. By nature, Jacob is an introvert. We don't like to be around. Most people that are watching this video or listening, they don't like to be around scumbags and people they don't get along, and people that they can't draw anything from them. They can't draw any wisdom, nothing from them. They like being around people like-minded. That's what an introvert is. They like being around like-minded, and then when there's a party going on by another people and plenty other people there, you know, eating and sharing knowledge, they'll be there. An introvert is not a man that hated women and hide inside or hide behind their cameras and make little threats and then go over there and do the. That's not what that is, okay? Those people lose the blessing. Their men cannot reproduce anymore. Their women wombs are closed, and then they are trying to take as much as they can with them. They are going down, and I don't want all of our men or none of our men to associate with those guys. Get out of their tribe. There's no such thing as men tribes out there. It doesn't work like that. The Most High did not create a men tribe, and then after that he created a women tribe. No, he created the men. From the men, he brought another man with a womb that called a woman, and then they both come together from one flesh. That has nothing to do with tribe. Don't get involved with those guys' little words trying to draw them in their little clique. Back then, those guys didn't want you in their tribe because they want their blessing. If they caught you even smiling to a white woman, they had law like that, they will lynch you. That's why they almost lynched, well, they did lynch Booker T. Washington. They almost killed him because he said hello. A white woman said good morning unto him, and I believe he removed his hat and said good morning back. There was a lot of weak, sick white men there. You know, hundreds of them, they grabbed the brother, they beat him so bad, they almost killed him because a white woman was nice unto him. See, back then they didn't want you because they were they had the blessing. Back then, what did they do to Emmett Till? Because of white women say something. She just like, hey, I believe he touched me or he want to do stuff to me. And then white men go out there and kill him. And then they will go brag to other women and say, I'm so important. I have those simps going over there and kill this young black boy. But why? Because I want to. See, the white man is the original simp. He's the one that go out there and killing a bunch of men, women, and children just to please some hoe or water on whore that I don't know, he saw, want to impress or whatever. Do not get involved with those dudes coming over there. Well, we got this man mindset over there and stuff. There's no such man mindset or woman mindset. Don't get involved with those dudes, whether they have blue pill, black pill, or high value. None of this garbage, because all of those garbages are Grecian tactics. They've been using those things for thousands of years upon our men. And a hell of a lot of them buy into these things. If you're part of this men tribe with other dudes, you know, living the whole life, you know, I'm renting, you know, I'm renting oven. Those guys don't rent oven at all. You know, we men, we go our own way. What's that mean? You know, we don't do anything with women. We men here, we chill with other men. Yo, come out there and say this, H, man. Yeah, you don't need to wear the cowboy hat, you know, just wear the badge, at least the boots, so we will know what you are. But don't acting like, you know, you wear all your civilian clothes, you just like a civilian out there. No, you're not a civilian, man. Your behavior tell me that you walk in a saloon, you know. stuff. But anyway, so 2019, 1619, we see what happened. We know what happened. It was not done by the elite. It was done by the Most High God Almighty. Now we are in 16 and Genesis 15. Verse 14, and also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. America, France, Germany, Europe, the entire world, the entire 83 community is under judgment. That's why you see this thing is pretty much everywhere. Let's see. Wildfire in Europe. Great. Wildfire in Europe. There we go. All right, let's see what we can get here. Let's filter this. 8 hours. 12 friends in Europe, UK safe. Is that in? Is that in UK? I think this is in the UK. I don't want it to have video on it. Let's see if you had video.
The UK hit 40.2 degrees Celsius, shattering records, and it's expected to become one of the world's hottest places today. And wildfires continue to rage around Europe, with at least 1,000 people dying due to the heat wave.
Okay, there's a heat wave going on in Europe, but of course, this AI things and things like that. But anyway, that's why you see those things are happening worldwide, because the blessing is over. Then again, I'm going to say it here. If you're a Gentiles watching this and, you know, with great peace, and you cleave on, there's nothing for you to worry about. There's nothing for you to worry about. You cleave on, you're watching this, although this is not comfortable. This is not comfortable for anyone that are 83. Great peace be with you. One thing is you cannot come here and question us. Question in such a way you question our authority. For instance, you cannot come over here and say, well, I don't know about this, but this book, Paul said this. Paul said, whoever so believe in him, you know, should be saved and stuff like that. You can't come here and do that. Not only you can't come here to do that, you can't go to any of our brothers and sisters to do this. You know why? It's unlawful. You're violating the law. With you questioning us, you're questioning God himself. And you don't want to do this. You don't want to bring any curse upon you. At least if this is your fetish. Hey, you do your thing, sir. You're not going to come over here and tell us what we are seeing is fake. Or you're not going to come over there and try to convince us, well, this is a simulation, everything is fake. We know what a simulation is, and we know when the simulation is running and it's not running. What you are calling a simulation is very much real. Yea, it is a simulation. You see, we were put in this simulation, scientifically speaking. We were put in this simulation with you. The AI that control everything was giving an order, a command, a code to keep us down. Until the time come, the code will expire, and then this AI will flip and turn against you. That's why your elites, they know that. That's why they make all those movies, and the earth has always been taken over by AI. AI is killing this and killing that. Yes, what you're calling AI or angelic intelligence, or EI, external intelligence, an intelligence that is not in our sphere or the sphere of the zone girdling the earth. So yes, this AI are turning against you, this EI are turning against you, because they were programmed to do this, scientifically speaking, of course, pseudoscience, whatever you want to call it. But you will not come here and try to persuade us that either one, you're going to get out of this, you're going to flee, there will be a rapture. You know damn well those are lies. Okay, we shut down all those doctrine. There is nothing for you to say except to come and make your mea culpa and come and give reparation and give up the land. That's all. The time of you trying to come and debate any one of us, it is over. Don't try to do this. Be forewarned. This is not me speaking to you. This is something else speaking to you. If you think you can come to anywhere, whether those people that you set up or our anointed brothers that the mighty one set up, and you're trying to convince them, or raise your mouth, open your mouth, trying to say something, either than agreeing with them and bow down and submit unto us. If you said anything else, great curses, great consequences coming upon you. Let's keep on moving. Of course, beloved, yes, this is plague number 2, fiery conflagration of the city. How long? Is that thing recording? Is it? Yeah. All right. Again, if you do not have the book, you may get this book and wait until you read this book. Go make a fair review. Wait until you finish with the book. You got something out of it, and then go tell the people what you got out of it. What did you like? What did you didn't like? What is the error, the mistake, the typo? Because the book has some typos in it. At least there's one a sister sent unto me. It was a mistake. It's in the email where elondendiswork@gmail.com, but I put Gmail instead of Gmail. I put Gmail. Okay, there's one typo in there. All right, so let's keep on moving right here.
And a happy 4th of July to you. 4 people were bitten by the same shark on a Texas beach today. 2 of them are in the hospital tonight. This happened on South Padre Island near the Wana Wana Beach Bar and Grill. The Coast Guard and South Padre Island police then started tracking the shark with drones and helicopters, advising people to get out of the water. Matt Doherty joining us from Surfside Beach tonight with a closer look at what happened. Matt?
From what we know tonight, there were no reports of shark bites here on Surfside, but on South Padre Island today, it was a different story.
It literally was right there. It was like 20 to 30 yards away from the surf, from the edge of the surf. So it was a big shark.
That big shark, you can see her swimming closely to the shore, is thought to have bitten multiple swimmers today in South Padre Island.
Police were like, get out the water, and I was actually bodyboarding, and we had to swim back.
2 of the shark bites were severe. Shortly before 11 o'clock this morning, 1 person was attacked and treated by Good Samaritans before medics arrived. That victim was...
So, again, this is not the first time we have encountered behavior like that. This is not the first time we heard something like this. In fact, it's been happening for quite some time. But people tend to dismiss such stories. They tend to say, well, this is just once in a lifetime, very rare. Shark attacks are very rare, but you got this instance like this shark beat 4 people, or 4 people got bitten by the same shark. This is not rare. This is not random. Okay, the mighty one is sending the angelic being or controlling. We are controlling the angelic being that causing those sharks to attack those people and messing with their holidays or whatever the holidays they're celebrating out there and trying to do all this nonsense. What you're seeing here, it's real. This is no joke. This is not something that happened because of the sake of happening. No, this is real. And we want the nation to understand this. This is going to keep on happening. It's going to increase. At one point, it won't be a shock. Great glory.
Was later flown out for treatment. A second person was hospitalized for another bite. And then there were 2 people bitten by the shark with injuries that were less severe.
I feel like this pressure, like someone punched me or like someone pushed the back of my leg. And I just turn around and it's a shark and he's turning around and we're yelling. We're just leaving the water. There's little bite marks on my calf, but I'm all right for now.
Again, this was a warning, okay? This was a get out before things get too bad. At one point, you'll see a bunch of people will go in the water. None of them will come out. And they will bring those experts, those scientists who say, well, you have to understand, there is what we are calling an hydro sinkhole. A hydro sinkhole, yes, it's a sinkhole that is in fact underwater, and then when those people went in there, and then it forms some things out. You see when you flush a toilet, you see when you're taking a shower, and then you see the water twirl, turn, and then disappear in the gutter. Yes, well, that's what happened in the sea. Unfortunately, this phenomenon happened once in every 1,000 years. Ah, well, yes. Thank you, Professor Dick Head from Harvard University. You may go now. Well, thank you for having me on your show. Yeah, whatever, dog.
A large number of incidents all at one time.
you obviously have to manage the situation.
Moody Gardens General Curator Greg Whitaker says the risk of interactions between swimmers and sharks goes up when there are lots of people at the beach. He says the sharks are following the schools of fish, drawing them closer to the shore and in turn closer to people.
Mostly what we're seeing are fish-eating sharks that are just going after small fish, and it's just a matter of them kind of going through a school of fish and accidentally chomping into an arm or a leg.
But Whitaker says there are things you can do to keep those sharks at bay.
If you have multiple people together, creating a commotion, a little bit more of a disturbance, it tends to spook a lot of the bait fish, and it would spook some of the sharks away. And you also want to avoid times right at dawn and dusk when there's a lower light level. That's when the feeding activity gets a little bit higher. You start to see more of an aggressive feeding activity across the entire food chain.
So far as we know tonight, there have not been any.
Oh boy, I have no comment on that. And let's keep on moving. Okay, this is apocalyptic flooding devastated northern Italy and Switzerland, killing 7, has 100 evacuated. Okay, this is in Italy. This is not something that came out years or months. This is July 2nd. All right, this is a flood over there in Italy. Of course, beloved, you do know Italy. It's been a while now. They haven't get any birth in the entire country. Okay. Italy is done, man. But then again, people will act like everything is so fine and try to create this illusion that, oh man, like the population, we're suffering from overpopulation. The money is so good out there, rent is so cheap, the gas is like pretty much free, no mortgages, you know, food is like. People are paying me to buy their food. That's the type of reality they try to forge out there. But of course, yeah. Let's put the volume down. Okay, again, beloved, listen to the horn of the water. This is very powerful. People are like, well, I can swim through this and stuff. Nah, man. This water can move houses off the foundation. This is how strong this thing is. Okay, the harsh, whoops, let me read this. The harsh weather has seen flood affected several northern part of Italy as well as Switzerland. You know, let me see, they are going to here and have some interview. Reuters spoke with a number of evacuees after they were brought to safety.
Noi dovevamo partire domani, però ieri noi eravamo proprio dove il fiume tra l'altro è uscito, quindi
well, it is serious. This is serious, man. And when you look at those people, the demographic, the age gap, or the generation, you're like, what is... Well, that's one of the reasons why Italy is having a low birth rate. Their fertilities are not working at all because those people, they done their job. They done what they need to be doing.
Ha cominciato a piovere a mezzogiorno e ha aumentato continuamente. Ha rallentato solamente alle 3 di notte, ha rallentato. E tutta la notte lampeggi continui. Non lampi, ma lampeggi così, tutta la notte. Io guardavo dalla finestra, tutta la notte. E acqua così, noi sono 20.
Let's keep on moving. We watched that last year. Some of the stuff. This is Butte County, California. So this guy is putting this fire out. I mean, this thing is already burned up, and then that guy put it out, and then people were like, he's a hero. He risked his life, man. I mean, the guy, that's what a hero does. And those dudes feel great when you call him a hero for putting this thing out. technology. They can control the weather. They can control the weather.
6.5 years after the brutal stabbing death of Blaze Bernstein, the man who admitted to killing him is found guilty of first-degree murder. Samuel Woodward, he was convicted of murder with special allegations that the killing was motivated by hate.
KTLA's Sandra Mitchell has more on today's verdict and reaction from Bernstein's parents. She's live in the KTLA News Center. Sandy.
Rick, Cher, there were cheers, applause in the courtroom when this verdict was announced. We're going to show you that in a moment. Woodward's defense team agreed that their client did commit the murder, stabbing the victim almost 30 times. But they say it was involuntary manslaughter. Well, today a jury ruled it was a hate crime.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Samuel Woodward, guilty.
Head down, long hair concealing his emotions, 26-year-old Samuel Woodward heard the verdict against him.
Find it to be true that the defendant, Samuel Woodward, committed hate crime, first-degree murder.
An outburst of gratitude from the family and friends of murder victim Blaze Bernstein. The prosecution successfully arguing Bernstein was killed because he was gay. The family had waited 6.5 years for justice.
It cannot erase the pain of losing our son and the agony of waiting all these years without resolution. Blaze's memory will be honored through this outcome.
After just 1 day of deliberations and 5 days of rambling testimony from the defendant, the jury found Woodward guilty of murder with a hate crime enhancement.
You deserve to be a free person with free will and love who you love, and that needs to be protected.
Bernstein.
Except if you're black. Except if you're people. If the black man love the black woman, send another black man, or at least someone that look like him, and say, hey man, walk away from those black women, man. You don't need to do anything with women. Well, what do you mean? Well, women are proud out there, man. Women are winning. They are losing. We are winning what? Well, you know, the war. War? What war? Well, you know, the war feminists started. Nah. The white men started this war to destroy our men, which they almost succeed. They did destroy a part of the family, but this thing now ended up destroying them because the white woman has so much power. She destroyed them. She ended up destroying them. You see, there is one thing that you can't fool. It's called trauma. You cannot fool trauma. See, the white woman remember how you were treating her when she watched the black man and the black woman together suffer in slavery. They walk side by side. They have many children together. The black man and the black woman was sitting next to the black man around bonfire on Sunday after they suffered. They were playing music, dancing, talk. They were sharing knowledge. While the white woman could not sit nowhere near white men at the time. They were only used for reproduction, barely. And not for love or anything. There ain't no love for that. It was just like when they want to pass their gene, they want to pass their inheritance, then they just have relation for reproduction. Besides that, they never did anything. They remember that. They remember the beating, the raping, and then you lie, you say a black man did it. They remember you treat them worse than a slave because they were freed, but you give them certain... They remember when the black women and the black men were voting together, and then while they were women, they could not vote. They remember all that. So all this power that you were giving out there, the illusion that black women were the feminists, and then you put a few women that look like our women going out there and attacking our men and destroy our men. You guys, you white men were the one that was at the head, the spearhead out there, just throwing your little, you know, your little insult out there. Well, the black man, you know, you can't take care of the black men ain't hish, but you have people that look like us, people that look like our women going out there repeating this garbage. The black men ain't hish. The black man doesn't have a job. The black woman is the most unwed woman on there. Nobody can marry her. Nobody want to marry her. And stuff like that. You are talking down to our people. Now, suddenly, all of you scumbags are gathering online. You're talking against marriage now. For some reason, marriage is a business. You know, people didn't know this. You know, oh, don't get married. Suddenly now there's a wave of single life. Single life is better. Everything tastes better with single. Now, a lot of people that are single think because they are single, life gonna get better, easier for them. Life gonna get less expensive. Come to find out that being single, being married doesn't mean hish in this economy right now. Whether you're married, you're single, if you're 83, you're gonna suffer the same hate, the same fate, the same thing. Suddenly now there's an onslaught on fatherhood, especially black fathers. Remember back then, when anything happened in the hood, when our teenagers, whether they are girls or boys involved, the first thing you people ask, where's the father? Why is the father not in the house? Why is this? Why is that? Now suddenly you people are against fatherhood. Now all of a sudden you people are making like of all dad out there are losers. If you have a child, you're a man. Whoa, you losing, man. All your money gonna go to this child. You're a loser, man. Hey, you need she gonna put you in child support and stuff like that. Suddenly now dating a man lying with a woman now it's lame. Boo, you lame, man. You lame. You getting a girl. You know, you need to focus on your career and get money first, man. You need to do this, you need to do that. We can do two things at once. It's called equilibrium. You guys came up with this. Except when our men say they love our women. Except when our men say they love women, point blank, period. Oh, you hate that. You hate it worse when they love our women, but you hate it when our men say, well, we love women, we don't give a crap what you're saying, and you're not going to come over here and tell me about my future, if I'm going to have children. You damn well not going to come over there in the midst of our men and tell them, do not have children because you can't have, do not have children because, well, the future is gloom, the world is being destroyed, everything is expensive. No, I mean, that's your future. You're not going to come over here and try to tell me how my future and the future of my children gonna turn out to be based on your analysis and based on your economy. Who the hell are you? You don't know me. I might be on my way to be a millionaire, billionaire. You don't know that. You don't come over here and tell me in order for me to save money is to not having children, not dating. You're not going to come over here and telling me, hey, that one life that you had, remember I had the same one life that you had. I spent the blessing and chill out and sleep with all the dudes that I can sleep. I effed up everything. I make all those movies about college being fun, drinking, do drugs and all that. And now I didn't do nothing with my life. I effed up and I see you doing things. The blessing is coming in the midst of you, and now I'm gonna try to persuade you to live the life that I live, but in a way that you would not enjoy. Just be a good boy, go to church, get a job, save as much money as you can, and when you reach 65, you're retired, and then you can have some fun. Oh, hell no, you ain't gonna come over there and tell us that.
Steen's body was found in a Lake Forest park in January 2018. Jurors heard evidence that Woodward was associated with a neo-Nazi hate group and planned the murder. Bernstein, a former classmate of Woodward, was a University of Pennsylvania freshman at the time he was killed. His mom today described him as funny, kind, and artistic.
He was an amazing human and humanitarian, and a person we were greatly looking forward to having in our lives, seeing wondrous things from him.
The conviction means Woodward likely will be sentenced to life without the possibility of parole.
This murderer will no longer be able to hurt any other people. This is a great relief that justice was served, and this despicable human who murdered our son will no longer be a threat to the public.
Woodward.
All right, well, white on white crime. The dude, the guy the fellow that got killed, he was a Ish. You know, Ish been catching a lot of hell. He got killed, and then, Cesare Borgia took him out because some stuff happened. He was into that Grecian lifestyle. Like I said before, we have to watch out for the Grecians. because they have implemented tactics that the women follow, and now they implemented it all worldwide, and a lot of our men are into these things. Now, the thing with the Grecian tactics, once our people, and the 83 knows it was the Grecian that come up with this nonsense, the curse is lifted. You will see more and more of those dudes living this lifestyle. You will see less and less of our men brutally attacking women and children out there and their little podcasts or whatever. You will see less and less men attacking fatherhood. Fatherhood or motherhood, there's an onslaught on fatherhood and motherhood. Any woman that have a baby out there or a child is a single mother. Any father that have a baby out there is a loser. When in fact you people were cherishing those things when you were in their blessing. Once you lost it now, it's not good. Oh, the women are proud out there. You know, all women, especially the black women. They're all proud. Think they are all that. We're walking away from them. No, sir. You walking away from your women. Me and my brethren, we are not walking away from our women, and we are not walking away from women, period. We are not part of this. Please do not stop. When you're having your videos, say certain men are walking away from women, and certain women are walking away from men. That's all that is. Don't come in over there and try to bring all of us into your category. We are not part of this. Okay? Thank you. Let's keep on moving.
This morning, a former Indianapolis Colts player and his wife are in jail accused of several crimes in connection to their son, who was missing for 2 weeks.
His father, Daniel Muir, is facing a domestic battery charge. He and his wife, Kristen, are both charged with obstruction of justice, so they're being held without bond.
Police tell us SWAT raided their property early yesterday morning, where Daniel leads a religious group in Logansport looking for their son, Bryson Muir. Thankfully, we are told that he is safe. Right now, police say the Muirs have been uncooperative since the beginning of this investigation.
13 News spoke to the Muirs' lawyer at the courthouse. He tells us they're not guilty of the charges.
The Muir family, they've been improperly targeted, and they're not guilty of any abuse or illegal activity. They're entitled to their day in court and due process. Thank you.
Now, the couple will be in the Cass County Jail until at least July 16th. Another hearing is set to review their bond. The Muirs' trial is also set now for November 4th. Bryson, their son, we know now is in the custody of DCS.
Now, let me go ahead and explain on the whole. Let's put the picture of the son first.
Tonight, Indiana State Police have issued a...
Let me see. Oh, there we go. All right. So, I'm going to go ahead and say something here that's not going to sit well with a lot of people, but it is the truth. See, those DCS people, they are in no shape or form on your side. They are not here to help your children or help you. That's not what they are here for. Especially if your children are black. This organization was not created to help you and your black children. They are here to manipulate you against you. I won't be surprised that this photo that they post here is this kid getting into a fight with another person, or him being belligerent, or him being all of that, acting all gangster, and then he got what he deserved, and they use this photo to vilify those people. I would not be surprised that they do this, because they are very good at that. They are very good at snatching our children. Those are the same people that use our children for alligator bait. They don't care about them. They care about ripping them off from their family and then go trafficking them and sell them. You sell all those videos online and things like that. But those people are not in your best interest. They are not here to go over there and then try to show you, oh, we'll make you well doing our job. Nah, they're not, especially when we are involved. They are not about that. Two, of course, they will make this, wherever these people are, I believe they are a Hebrew Israelite camp, so to speak. And they, let me see the other video that they have.
This morning, a former Indianapolis.
Okay. And they avoid bringing the fact that he was a Hebrew Israelite, so to speak. They avoid bringing that. So they have this property over there. Let me put it right here. They have this property over there. They had a group of people living with them. Now, the reason I personally do not want to have a community like this, it is because most of the people that's going to come and stay in the community will be, their mind, they are not going to be mentally healthy. That's why we ask our people to work on themselves now. We ask our people to do your meditation now. Let go of your anger. Do introspection every single day. Become become your own critics. You gotta be real. Do the shadow work. Talk to yourselves. Your anger, your jealousy, your envy, your narcissism. We all have it. The ego, the pride. Talk. Get it out. The trauma. Once you get that out, I get mine out, she get hers out, he get her. We can gather together and form a beautiful community like this and flourish. But the moment there is so much rage, so much family issue, you don't want to deal. It's not like you can't want to deal with it, or you don't want to deal with it. And you try to get over the thing without dealing with it, it will flourish or it will bloom and give birth to things like that. I have no doubt whatever happened to those people, they are not guilty of none of that. Most likely they are trying to tell this boy, hey, you can't be a cowboy. You can't get involved with this. You got to follow the law. You got to follow this. And he hurt himself and then lie on them, got them arrested. I won't be surprised that's what happened. Because a lot of those young boys, young girls out there, they think they're all that. They watch Heish, they get influenced, and then they say, you know what, I'm going to go up to be a cowboy. Because it's cool. Men are walking away from women. Why do I need women for? And now those dudes, they get in age, they're on their 50s, 60s, and they realize that, man, wow, I made the wrong choice. I've seen those guys on YouTube, okay? I've seen those dudes on YouTube. They make the one choice. In order for us to have a community like this, which is beautiful, we need our people's minds to be clear. We need them to be mentally placid. We need them to be mentally calm, stable, and healthy. We cannot have a community with a bunch of mentally backward and above all, unbalanced people. It's not going to work. Okay, so let's keep on moving to the next. How long we are into this thing? Oh God. 9:12. I'm about to begin in 4 hours. Is that what that is? 4 or 5 hours for the thing. Again, the book. You can get the book by clicking the link in the description and get a copy, whether you get a Kindle or a physical copy. Great. Let's keep on moving.
All right, happening now. We're going back to the Supreme Court, where the latest round of opinions are in this morning.
What is
the
this?
Case involving homelessness and loitering laws. The Supreme Court is permitting cities to enforce bans on homeless people sleeping outside, even if shelter space is lacking. And this ruling comes as a rising number of people in the United States are without a permanent place to live. There are 4 cases left, folks, including presidential immunity and a January 6th case. But let's dig into this ruling with defense attorney and former federal prosecutor Scott Frederickson, who joins me now. Scott, so this was an interesting case. This had to do with the city of Grants Pass, Oregon, and what they were saying, and what they were saying to the Supreme Court, is that they wanted to enforce what they call an anti-camping law or statute that allows police and other local officials to remove homeless people from certain areas of a city. But there were others who said that this was cruel and unusual punishment as defined by the 8th Amendment of the Constitution. So,
well, now when it comes to you people, it's cruel. You know, when you read Black Labor, White Wealth, when you read Dirty Little Secrets in Powernomics by the beloved brother Dr. Claude Anderson, those things were and still legal to do this to our people. And when we told you folks, this is cruel, those people cannot afford a place to sleep. Well, they should get a job. They should get off drugs. They should pull themselves by the bootstrap. Now, you people do not possess the ability nor the capability to help your people, to help people at all. You only possess the ability to destroy, to come with tougher law. You only know how to destroy. You don't know how to build anything. The proper things to do here is to remove all those laws. Literally ban all those laws. Help those people get help and provide place for them to sleep. Things are hard out there. Drop the price of the rent, eliminate student loan, eliminate mortgage, come with a new thing. No, you're not going to do this. You're going to put tougher law, arrest them because they are criminals. They are doing crime. Sir, while you are committing this crime in your car, so I heard you snoring. You know how bad that is? Where's your house? I don't have one. Then let's go to jail. Let me give you a bed. Doing crime, sitting in your car and stuff. That's why that other woman, that white woman, was so afraid when she was in her car and the cops were checking them out. And she knows the moment the cop get to her, she's done because she doesn't have any license, any registration paper, any insurance, any of that, and she doesn't have anywhere to go, any money, none of that. Then she's like, yo, that's it for me. Because you people do this, all right?
So what did the court say?
Well, the court in a 6-3 decision said that the city of Grants Pass can enforce their ordinance prohibiting and punishing homeless people for sleeping and camping out in public spaces. This was an important decision, not just for the city of Grants Pass, but for all over the country, for all the cities and communities dealing with the homeless population.
Okay, look at this, man. Look at this man right here. Excuse me.
Communities dealing with the homeless.
This is a senior. The dude can't even stand by himself. They have to bring a wheelchair and put this guy, and then you're gonna go ahead and arrest him because he was in there, committed a crime. This man, he give his life to this country, probably a veteran, and then do everything, and then now you guys are taking him to jail because he slept in a park or he slept in a place or any other. What the hell is going on? See, when this dude was young, and then when he saw those things happen to our people, they were very proud. Say, this will never. They never thought this thing could have happened to them, and now look at this. He's a senior, and they are removing him from this place. He has nowhere to go. We have a brother and a sister that was talking to a gentleman like that. He told them, my daughter is somewhere in New Mexico and I have nowhere to go. He was just sitting outside in a parking lot, begging and asking for a ride. Because guys like these dudes and all those people that guy vote for, taking like their laws will only affect us and protect them, backfire on them.
Homeless population. The lower court had said that, look, you can't go in and punish a homeless person when they have no place to go. And that violates the 8th Amendment cruel and unusual treatment provision. The Ninth Circuit agreed, said, nope, you can't punish homeless. You can't arrest them, detain them, fine them, criminalize this. The Supreme Court overturned that, said, well, yes, you can do that. The 8th Amendment does not control our homeless policy. And in this 6-3 decision made very clear that communities now, such as Grant Pass or San Francisco or New York, Alabama or Texas, can address homeless by the problem by removing the people from public spaces. The other interesting thing about this is this ruling was challenged below by both liberals and conservatives, by the governor of California, and by the states of Montana and Alabama.
All right, let me stop this guy right here. When they're talking about what liberal and conservative, And then, we all agree on this. Look, this law, whatever that you guys trying to pass, it was always there. But it was more on a sort of way. When there is a guy, there are always white folks as homeless, but they don't treat them like that. Okay, they will always call the police on the black kids and the black people and all people. And now there is an insane amount of their people that are homeless. They lost their home, they lost their job. They don't know what happened though. Their job just stopped. A hell of a lot of them are no more. And a lot of squatters going to homes, taking over homes. Look at Malibu, man. They don't know what the hell is going on. But these laws was always there. Now the problem got out of hand. And then they tried to push it and make it legal now to come after people that look just like them. Okay, I believe we got 10 more minutes left to finish this. And after that, beloved, stay tuned. Brother Eliezer and Sister Kayla, they have a book they're going to read for the nation. Let's keep on moving. What is this? Oh no, they got a shorter version.
Claire, thank you. As we prepare for all sorts of Independence Day celebrations tomorrow, we're also bracing for dangerous heat to take over the next few days.
WFMY News 2's Nixon Norman is out at Northeast Park in Guilford County, where fireworks just wrapped up. She spoke to people who say that they're prepared to face the heat over the coming days, Nixon.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, guys. Heat strokes can be fairly common, especially this year with temperatures heating up quicker than they usually do, according to Guilford County EMS. They tell me just within the past month, they've already treated nearly 50 cases of heat stroke, although only one of those people had to be hospitalized. Now, they tell me that heat stroke is no joke. I spoke with several people here at the pre-4th of July festivities at Northeast Park. Several of them tell me they will be out tomorrow during the holiday. But with tomorrow's high temperatures in the 90s, people are at a higher risk of getting heat stroke. Here's how folks are trying to avoid that.
I brought the fans to be cool. They're self-charged. If they go down, I got spare batteries. I got an inverter. I can plug them up. I'm gonna be cool all night long. How about that?
Water, lots of water. It's coming out of them just as quick as it's going in, so we need to make...
Well, of course, put a Negro, somebody that look like us, always like going out there and celebrating, I don't give a crap, no matter what the heat and stuff. And once something happen, the heat wave or heat stroke, these fellows no more now. People are like, well, Biggie, what about this? There's a black guy there, he's no more. So that's like, Jacob's trouble, right? Yeah, whatever, man. So you do the best that you can.
That they keep it in them so they can keep playing and having a fun time and no emergencies happen.
Those are two things Guilford County EMS say work, especially the staying hydrated part. They also say that the elderly and immunocompromised are more prone to having a heat stroke, but that it can still happen to anyone. Here are some of the symptoms of a heat stroke, so you know what to look out for and what to do next.
Loss of consciousness, confusion, something like that, and if you have been sweating and now you've stopped. So like a lack of sweating, that's really a notable concern. If you notice that you're not feeling good, stop doing what you're doing, take a break.
Other signs of heat stroke include an extremely rapid pulse and hot, dry skin. Now, Guilford County EMS also tells me that if you do come across someone unconscious or who you believe may be experiencing a heat stroke, that you should stick by their side until emergency services get there.
Yeah, let's keep on moving.
And only on Local 10, some shocking surveillance video after a double shooting in Miami.
One man was killed and another injured in the gunfire that was all caught on camera. Local 10 News reporter Trent Kelly joins us live from the scene.
And I know you're going to tell us about the shooting and how they may be related.
Yeah, that's right. All of this happening before 7 o'clock last night, right here next to this empanada business that you see behind me. In fact, it's tough to see from this angle, but the side of this business is now covered in more than a dozen bullet holes, with police telling us more than 100 shots in all were fired off here yesterday. Part of that shooting now captured on some exclusive surveillance video obtained by Local 10, as police tell us this incident could potentially be related to another fatal shooting that also happened just blocks away. Surveillance video showing a shootout in the street following a double shooting in Miami's Little Haiti neighborhood last night. The video obtained from a source starting around 6:45 p.m. when a dark-colored car stops along Northwest 2nd Avenue and 52nd Street. That's when a man wearing red hops out and starts to shoot at a passing car before someone in another vehicle traveling behind appears to fire back. The shootout sending dust and debris into the air and leaving the side of this nearby empanada business covered in bullet holes. In the end, 2 people were hit, with one later dying at the hospital. That victim now identified as 24-year-old Andre Mitchell. The deadly shootout happening
Andre Michel.
Hours after another fatal shooting on Monday, this one in Miami's Liberty City area on Northwest 7th Avenue and 58th Street.
Dum, dum, dum. It died down there. The rest came rapidly.
Officers finding a man identified by family as 20-year-old Trayshawn Wright shot to death near this black SUV, which was also covered in bullet holes. While the exact motive for the shootings remains unclear, detectives confirm both cases could be gang-related, involving members of 2 rival gangs. And despite detaining 3 people for questioning here at the Little Haiti scene yesterday, we're told all 3 were only believed to be witnesses, not suspects in this case. So as it stands right now, no arrest.
Hey, too tired in the mist, man. You know, what are you going to do? Okay, so just going to play probably a minute out of this, okay?
I hate to be the one to break this to you, but there is something that we white women walk around with that women of the global majority do not, and it is audacity. There are literally entire accounts on the internet dedicated to demonstrating just how much white women think that they're invincible and have no fear. The very audacity that drives us to do things like call the manager all the time, harass gas station attendants, call the cops on black children, that is the same audacity that drives us to think that we can pet wolves and save bats. We do a stellar job at upholding the patriarchy. We will gladly center ourselves in discussions around feminism, failing to realize that we are not the most qualified to speak on oppression in this society. And anytime somebody decides to match our audacity and call us out for doing this, we pull out the white woman tears, the white woman guilt. You know, what's really funny is back in the day when slavery was happening, white women would do this thing where we would engage in consensual relationships with black men, but when we got caught, we would turn around and accuse them of rape because, you know, we can't be caught slumming like that on purpose. The thing about white women is, in general, we are not humble. We enjoy our nice little cushy place at the top of the social hierarchy that we didn't earn, by the way. We get placed at the top of the hierarchy in society not because we're genuinely better people, but because we were born into the right skin tone. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's not audacity. It's called white supremacy, and above all, the blessing. Because you were blessed. Your men were blessed, so you could do anything. You can go out there and whore yourself with all sort of men and beasts. And then once you get caught, you are accusing us. You know, you could just be mad at your men and you fantasize about something else, and then you accuse one of our men to do things unto you and then get them killed. That's not audacity. That's white supremacy and the blessing.
And I know that from these nice little cushy positions, we think we're protected from things like criticism and responsibility and accountability and certain forms of oppression. But times are a-changing, baby. Slowly but surely, white people are no longer enjoying the privilege of being the default. You know what I mean?
Well, the word privilege here is the blessing. You're no longer enjoying the blessing because the blessing is no more. You're not under the protection of the angels and the demons, whatever you want to call it. You're not under the protection anymore. Everything flipped against you, and it's gonna get worse. Remember, a lot of you white women were responsible for a lot of terrible things that happened to our brothers, sisters, and our children. So yeah, those things are going to happen. How long is that thing recording? Okay, got 2 more minutes. Oh boy. Let's finish with that.
I mean, white people don't like the idea of being classified into a group that actually has like responsibility in society. We really love to walk around like, oh my God, what could I possibly do wrong? I'm white. Like, please don't talk about my skin tone. Like, let's just grow up, honey. We are a part of a group, and we have some very specific characteristics associated with that group. It's okay for us to humble ourselves and make fun of ourselves, and maybe have a little bit of self-awareness too. That doesn't hurt either. Making fun of myself as a white woman does not mean that I hate myself. It means that I'm humble and honest and self-aware enough to realize that I am part of a class of people. I am part of a group. That group has a specific set of characteristics, which is hilarious. And other people are going to make fun of us for this. The same way that white people have been making fun of everybody else for having group characteristics since the dawn of white supremacy.
This trend needs to stop. If you did it and you didn't realize, whatever. But it's not about you being able to cry on command because you're such a good actress. It's about you being able to cry on command and white women's tears being used as a weapon against Black and Indigenous people of color for literal centuries. White women's tears are what got Emmett Till murdered. White women's tears are what started the Tulsa Massacre. None of that is your fault personally, but you are here practicing your white women's tears on your phone.
Well, again, like I said before, with the blessing is over, and you're going to see a lot more of those videos coming out. And not only that, you will see a lot of more, not punishment to a point that, okay, well, we are going to punish white women and stuff like that, because the white man, he lost his power. The only way, man, Lord, just look at her eyes. Like, look at her. It's just pitch black. It's just black, man. Anyways, wow. It's dark. But anyway, the white man, he lost the blessing. Everything was based upon the blessing. The blessing had incorporated in it first the money, second, the sword, third, fertility, fourth, confidence, and all that and things, and the ability above all of it, the ability to lie and make it the truth, the ability to do all the heinous crime and make it beautiful. That's not all of you white women. It's included 83. Thus, some of our people sellouts, okay, that went and sell in the midst of you. The white man was the spearheaded in the feminist movement. He uses women, influences our women, and certain women that look like our women to come after us, and they did indeed destroy us. He uses women to attack us. He uses women and children and say the black man is a monster. He's here to hurt the women and children, when in fact it was you that was there hurting our women, hurting women and children in general. You are using our women and our children, throwing them to alligator and make the mothers watch. You are the one that did this. You are the one that effed up the dating game. Over here we don't call it dating, we call it courting. You know, these brothers courting this sister, the sister's doing the same thing to this brother. We don't call it dating. You're the one that come in and rename everything, lie and hide information, hide books, and lie about everything. You replace God, you replace the saint, you made a huge mess. You did this. You are the one that was at the head of this. You went to other country. You forced other people to do the same thing that you did. You are the one that come up with the whole Grecian tactics with cowboyism. You forced that thing upon our people like hell, 24/7. It didn't work. And now it really literally worked in your camp. It worked in the midst of you. Your children, most of them don't want nothing to do with creation or procreation, because this is the hell that you created for the future of their children. They say, oh, hell no, they ain't gonna have that. You use your women, you make them lie in order for you to come upon our men to find what we call it, justification, to murder them, to destroy our towns. You use your women, you use their tears to destroy Black Wall Street. You use their tears to destroy Overtown. Use their tear to destroy nation. You and your woman did this. You are the one that hide behind those closed doors and tell your women, go out there, oh, I'm a woman, hear me war, I'm only here to explore, whatever the hell that is. You are the one that finances The feminist movement. You are the one that give your white women houses, free things, free this, free that. You make it seems that they were the one that were working on their own strength to earn those things. And when our women see this, they say, wait a minute, I can do better than her, or I can do just like as her. I'm gonna leave my man. I'm gonna go against men. Oh, the black man is evil. Men enslave us. Men did this when our men never did anything to any women. We never enslave any women. Not our women, not you. It was your white men that did this. They created this mess, and now, oh men, we're walking away from women. We are winning. We men are winning. Hey man, join my tribe. We are winning. No. You white men are losing. You lost because you guys were losers in the first place. You use your wealth. You use your swords. You use the blessing that the Mighty One had bested upon you to control women. Now you no longer be these high value men, the illusion shattered, and the true you come out there, and then they can see you as the weakling that you are, and then now you're throwing a tantrum saying, well, we're walking away from women using your little tactic, your little AI programming and all this nonsense. You did this. Now you're gonna have to sit there and clean up this mess. You're gonna have to lie down upon there and keep those cheeks open and take it like we did. This is your turn now. There's no, you may call it privilege or audacity. It's called white supremacy. Another word, the blessing. You call it white supremacy, but the true name of it is the blessing. It was a blessing. Now the blessing is done. There's nothing you can do. Beloved, I will leave you with peace. I will leave you with love. This video come from the channel Star Talk Train. Somebody sent me this video, and I say thank you for doing this. And I love my people out there that are putting the truth and talk about the truth, whether it's on our line, whether it's similar or Jew parlor to online, huh? Sorry, I was just talking to my beloved mother. Anyway, you guys did this. You destroyed the entire world. You try to make it seem that women had so much power. They on their own go out there. They got jobs. They got this. They got that. No, you are doing those things to influence our women, which you did. You made a lot of them focus on their career. Okay, focus on themselves, being very selfish. Give me a second. Excuse me. You make them very selfish. Okay, now those women on their 60s, and then when they look, they have nothing. They didn't have that money that you promised them. They didn't have that blessing that you promised them through your women. You are the one that finances the whole the feminist thing. You come after our people, you destroy our people, you put the heroin in our people and in the midst of our community in the 1970s, you put the crack in the 80s, you put the cocaine in the 90s and all that. You did every single thing. You come up with all those laws, and you use your women, you put them in management position to, quote unquote, as they say in my language, to 2PZ our women, to just choke them, to keep them down, our men and women. You use them as a form of buwo, another word, a dungeon master. You use them to do all your dirt, and now you have no power. And now they can see the weakling that was under this great armor of warrior God. They can see you as a weakling because that's what you were always were. You never had any power. You were using your money. That's why it pains me. I see my brothers and sisters, especially my brothers, are adapting the Grecian tactics, using his money and to prop himself. Well, I make $600,000 a year. You know, I make money, so what? I'm a high value man. Zero knowledge, zero wisdom. Just propping yourself with money and go out there killing women and children, lying with little boys, do stuff unto little kids, All those stuff. It's not a taboo. Anyone out there that have an ounce of knowledge, no, 99.99% of the children abusers, sexually or physically, they always caught is pretty much the same usual suspect. It is you, white man. You were at the head of this. You have to pay for that. You're not gonna be raptured, and you're not gonna come over there and make a little video response. None of that. You're going to sit down there and take it the way that we did. You did this. You train your women, you pay them to go out there and act all that, and then when they go out there, you create a Frankenstein monster. By the early 60s, you realize what you did in the 50s, you could not control it. And then those women go haywire, they go rogue, because they had so much wealth, so much money. After the civil rights, you literally you infiltrated the civil rights movement. You put a lot of Negroes, sellouts that look like us, kinfolk that sold us out. You make them diluted, benign neglect. You make it this. You take away the issue from black people, black folk. You put it on women, children, gays, hunchback vampires, Fordos and orcs and goblins and all that. And the white woman was at the head of the civil rights, received all those benefits. Now you are receiving benefits for yourselves. Now your wife received benefits, and the blessing was strong in the midst of you. But there was a problem. She remembered the way you were treating her. She remembered the way when she was in the ice age with you, all the things that you used to do to her and her children. The raping you used to do to her son, her daughters, hers, and she came after you. And then now both of you lost the blessing. You people are not gonna come out there and say we all need to come to work together, we all need to do that. No, you did this and you're gonna have to pay. Beloved, stay tuned. Stay tuned for our beloved sister and brother Eliezer. They have a book they're going to release as audio. I say great peace. Shalom.